I'm Therese Snow, and I'm your host for Global Operations on the Go. Today I'm speaking with Guillaume Vendroux, Chief Executive Officer at Delmia. Guillaume joined Dassault Systems 4 years ago. He has an extensive engineering background and a PhD in aeronautics, and is passionate about supporting all industries navigate the digital revolution. Guillaume will share with us the vision and purpose of 3DLean.
Thank you for having me.
Could you give us a short explanation of what Lean is and why that should be a priority for organizations today?
Lean is an attitude. Lean is a philosophy that should drive everyone's professional life. This is an attitude in which you put your customer first, whether that is an external customer or an internal customer. This is this attitude by which you consider that your job is to serve, the downstream customer that you have, and to be able to deliver to him the service that you own him as well as you can. Customer first is there, one of the 4 pillars of Lean. Second pillar, and to me actually probably one of the most important, is people. In Lean, people are first. People are the most important value in the company and in the job we have to do. And so with that philosophy of serving our customer, we must empower the people, the teams, to do their job as efficiently as possible. Third pillar or attitude in Lean is the fact of never accepting status quo. Never consider that we've done the job perfectly, and always try to think at the way we can serve better the customer and in which we can facilitate better the work of the team. It's a mindset. Again, I was talking about attitude. This is an attitude. We usually translate that or refer to that attitude by the word Kaizen, which is a Japanese word. And sometimes people make the mistake of just translating that by continuous improvement. It's true that it is continuous improvement, but it's continuous improvement by refusing or accepting the fact that we have found the proper way of working. And finally, Lean is about facts. It's about real data. It's about real places and real people. It's fact-based. It's anchored in reality. This is what is called the Gemba in Japanese. It's extremely critical as it forces every one of us always to talk about things we see and know and we can experience to be sure that we're going to draw the good conclusions. So you see, Lean goes just beyond a simple exercise of practice in a professional environment. So you see, Lean goes much beyond being just a professional practice. It's an attitude, it's a way of working, and it is the reason why it's so important to organization, because it does define one of the, I would say, philosophy or attitude of a given company approaching the everyday professional life. If you think about it, and if you think about the context in which we are now evolving around all the focus on sustainability, you will realize that the 4 attitudes or the 4 pillars of Lean actually does really cover exactly what sustainability is all about. It's about people, it's about planet, by focusing on the just necessary to totally fulfill the customer. And obviously, as it will relate to efficiency and ability to eliminate all waste, it will also relate to the profit side of sustainability. And so that's the reason why today Lean is very much on the top of the agenda of all company, because at the end of the day, Lean is green.
Absolutely. And Guillaume, you had mentioned philosophy. So what is the philosophy behind Delmia 3D Lean exactly?
In Dassault Systèmes, we believe that the virtual world extends the real one. And using that belief and looking at lean practices, we actually got to the same conclusion. And again, in the lean spirit of challenging the status quo. If you go to shop floors where lean is in a lot of cases very present, how do you see lean practices on shop floors? Well, I mean, you see the tip of the iceberg. You see the visual management and the results of some of those lean workshops, and usually it's not quite updated. Usually it's full of paper everywhere. And even though, the philosophy is really good, sometimes you feel that the way of actually managing lean is really now a little outdated, and that the virtual world could indeed help a lot in still and continuing improving those practices. The idea behind 3D Lean is to use the virtual world to support a better lean, to extend the scope of lean by reaching, broader audiences, broader locations, broader organizations, and empowering those people by accessing real world data in a more efficient manner through the 3D experience platform. So 3D Lean, by making available a lean environment on the 3D experience platform, at least it is our conviction, is extending lean in exactly the Kaizen way that lean is promoting.
What are some of the challenges that prevent organizations from adopting lean?
Well, in a lot of companies, the boss or the engineers know better, right? And so sometimes in a lot of companies, we forget the power of the collective intelligence of team, the agility of team, and their ability to solve and be efficient together. So this is one of the main problem that Lean encounters, is to put, again, people and teams at the core of what the company is doing, and trusting those peoples and teams to be able to answer or to meet whatever challenge come to them. That's the first point. The second thing, and again, which is absolutely critical, is the fact that we have a tendency to take shortcuts and to forget about real-world data and real-world evidence, and therefore to bias our answers to the challenge we have by using rather our emotions that are, I would say, our rational approach. So again, this is at the core of what the 3D experience is doing by providing us based on real-world data, real-world evidence on which we can base our decision. And so if we can counter those two shortcuts, forgetting about the people and the team and forgetting about the real world, we should be able to convince every normal organization to adopt lean extremely broadly.
How does Dalmia 3D Lean overcome these challenges?
The 3D experience platform and 3D Lean will actually enhance lean practices and make those practices much more available to all types of professional organizations. It will allow to enlarge or make more accessible the Gemba, the shop floor, the real world, because obviously the 3D experience platform will be the repository content, or will gather all the content characterizing what happens on the real world, and that real world will therefore be accessible to a broader audience, and again, making the real data available and bringing people to have access to those data, as we discussed just previously, is some of the main showstoppers that we see in adoption of Lean. So 3D Experience Platform, 3D Lean as a facilitator of adoption of Lean practices all across.
Where do organizations see value, and what does best-in-class Lean look like?
Lean and Lean practices, and in particular the usage of 3D Lean on the 3D Experience Platform, will first provide a very strong focus. Again, by using Lean practice, you put the customer at the center of everything you do. It gives you a purpose, it gives you a focus, it gives you a reason to do everything that you have to do. Second, Lean is about team engagement. So by using Lean practice, by using 3D Lean with the 3D Experience Platform, you will guarantee that engagement. You will guarantee the fact that those teams will be empowered to take the decision that they need to take, and therefore be more productive than ever before. Third, if your operation is based on a number of teams using Lean practices and interacting among, in between themselves using, again, Lean philosophy, obviously globally, your operations will be way more efficient. And finally, because at the core of Lean is the team intelligence and team capitalization, you will grow the knowledge of your company, you will grow the know-how of your company, you will capitalize on those knowledge and know-how, and this will be the source, the durable source of continuous improvement. Team engagement, empowerment and productivity, operation efficiency, capitalization through continuous improvement, and standardization. Those are the three key values that 3DLean on the 3D Experience platform will provide all our clients.
Where do you see the future of Delmia 3DLean?
The future of 3DLean on the 3D Experience platform? This is Lean without limits. This is the ability to extend the scope and reach of Lean practices all across to new populations, new organizations which were not exposed to Lean practices and will beneficiate from the productivity, the efficiency, the value that Lean is providing. And extending the Lean principles to different area of the company will also allow all those populations, all those new organizations to invent new ways of working and find sources of productivity and efficiency in the future. So the 3D Experience platform will allow I would say, democratization of Lean practices all across.
What does Delmia recommend for organizations that are interested in learning more?
Oh, come and see us. In our communities, we have several, and in particular, the collaborative management communities. Come and visit our website, 3ds.com. Check on the internet because we are doing regular events and informations, webinars in which we can expose you to what 3DLean, 3D Experience platform can provide as value for you. And this is the best way to experience yourself, 3DLean and the 3D Experience platform.
Thank you, Guillaume. Our listeners can find additional details on our Delmia YouTube channel where this airs, as well as our Delmia blog. Thank you for listening to Global Operations on the Go.
Thank you, Therese, and thank you for taking the time to discuss Delmia, 3DLean, and the 3D Experience platform. Thank you very much.